Yo, this episode, wow. Like, damn. Alright, from the get-go, I had to go through so much just to watch the damn episode. I think because this episode was gonna be so good, so many people are watching it on my server. So what happened was that I had to reload and reload. I even had to change devices. Like my laptop was useless. I had to watch it from my cell phone. Oh gosh, but it was worth it. Every minute of it. Like from the first moment when Sarada was with Sasuke, it had more emotional impact than I expected really. And I'll tell you why. You know, you've read the manga and you're like, okay, this is what it has to offer. And this is what always happens with Naruto. And it's happening with Boruto as well. You read the manga, you get a certain sense from the manga. Like, you're either happy, sad, excited, whatever the case may be. And the emotions are stronger in the manga because that's the first time you're experiencing it, that's the first time you're learning about it. And then you'd expect that, you know what, when you watch the anime, since you know what's gonna happen, it's cool, it's fine, you'll be okay. You are wrong. You are so wrong. When you watch the anime, the emotions are so much stronger. You know what's gonna happen, but you don't care. It doesn't make a difference. In fact, it only fuels the fire. Like, the emotional bonding between Sarada and Sasuke here was really good. And when I say emotional bonding, that doesn't mean that it's gonna be good bonding, like you're, oh Papa, I love you, my daughter, I miss you. No, fuck that. No. No. No, 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 no. It's not always like that. But you could see in Sarada's eyes, the moment that Sasuke pierces the sword through the wall, that was a post, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a post. But the moment that Sasuke pierced the sword through the post, right behind her, in a way he was suggesting that she was Shin, and that she had come for him, and he was about to restrain her, because he started to put his hand in. In those few moments, that look on Sarada's face, it was priceless. I'm not talking priceless in the sense that it's funny. I'm talking it was perfect. Because you're in front of a dead stranger who is hailed as one of the strongest shinobis in the world, and he's supposed to be your father. Things have not gone the way you expected it would be. Because eventually you thought that, you know what, when you meet your dad, he's going to be happy to see you. He's going to remember you. And things are going to be a big family reunion. Instead, he's mistaken you for an enemy. He's pulled his katana at you. Guys, Sasuke doesn't pull his katana at you and you live if he wants you dead. And Sarada knows this. When you've started to train in something, in any field, it becomes much clearer to you as a human just how good someone else is at that field. For example, when you start to play football or soccer, for example, when you start to play football, at first, you never knew that much about football, but when you're looking at different athletes play, you're like, ah, that guy's good, that guy's good. But the moment you start to play football, and you start to try to do the things that that good guy does, it's that moment you start to realize just how great he is. And Sarada knows how strong Sasuke is. Everyone knows, because the strong guys always have a presence about them. Itachi and Madara, they had a presence about them. Especially Itachi. Itachi always stunk of it. And that's the idea that I'm getting at here. The way that I'm not going to say Naruto because now we're onto Boruto, but a lot of things from Boruto are being pulled from Naruto. So I have to keep talking about Naruto, guys. I'm sorry about that. But the idea is that the way that Boruto and Naruto are able to emit the emotions perfectly to let you feel exactly what the character is feeling, I'm not certain any other anime that I've seen comes even close to it. And it's not just sad emotions. I'm talking excited, happy, sometimes even lost. Like seriously, fear, all the emotions packed into this series is really good. And the way it transmitted between Sarada and Sasuke was perfectly done today. That conversation even enhanced the reputation of how good the dialogue can be in Boruto. Because the idea that we're getting at here is that Sarada does not know who she is. She does not know who her parents really are. She doesn't know if she can trust them. She feels alone. She is frustrated. And given the fact that she ran away from home when her mother was sick just to go meet her father so she could clear things up. Because there's another woman she doesn't know about, and that woman might be her mother, right? The fact that she did all that just to meet her father, and things never went the way that you would have wanted them to go. They never went the way anybody would have wanted them to go. That speaks volumes to how she would have felt at that moment. I remember it's been years that she's been feeling that way. Although there is something that I want to address, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the impression that I'm getting is that last week wasn't the first time Sarada used their Sharingan. In fact, Sakura was saying that the Sharingan pulls in sadness. But what the fuck does Sakura know anyway? The idea is that Sakura may have suggested that Sarada's Sharingan was activated way earlier than we know. I'm not certain when that would have been. I really don't know when that would have been. So perhaps that's something that we can look forward to getting into Sarada backstory, or perhaps sometime in the future of the actual canon, we'll get something that reminds Sarada of when her Sharingan first activated. But for now, I'm just gonna continue saying that, you know what? When she was about to meet Sasuke, she was going through the woods, she was jumping from branch to branch. That's the moment that her Sharingan awakened. Because that's the moment that I first saw her Sharingan being used. So you know what? That's my timeline. I don't know if I'm wrong. Perhaps there's more information in video games. I don't play the video games. So that's what I'm talking about for now. The other thing on my mind is where Sakura said that, you know what? I am a failure as a mother. And it's on screen right now when she said that, because when I was watching it, I said to myself, damn right you are. But in the end, I think she sort of makes amends to it. When she saves everyone, when she jumps in and she hugs Sarada after seeing Sasuke. She doesn't go directly to Sasuke, she goes to Sarada. She lets Sarada know that she's happy, she's okay, that she's not hurt. She's sorry for not being very clear to her about everything. She apologizes to Sasuke. Because you know, the brevity of the mission is just such. And I think that really helps. She also sacrificed her life for Sarada. But boy, what a bombshell we have going to be dropping in the next episode. Oh boy. I'm not even going to say what it is for you guys who don't read the manga, so I'm not spoiling anything. Now, that fight with Sasuke and Shin, juicy. Perfect. It was wonderful. I loved that fight. I literally went back and watch that fight about 3 times. You know what's gonna happen because you've read the manga. But the animation is so crisp, so clear, it's so consistent with the scenes from the manga. Guys, I can't get enough of this. I love when you're watching your favorite series. I'm not saying that Boruto is my favorite series, but I love when you're watching something you really like and there's consistent and quality work coming at you. That's what I love about Boruto so far. The animation so far, though just 21 episodes, it has been crisp, it has been clear. Yes, there might be one or two, maybe a few scenes that things aren't as clear as you like, but the majority of things is really clear. The pacing is beautiful, the storyline is wonderfully structured. There is something about this that really makes it worth watching. Now, I'm going to talk about the manga for just a bit. Because yesterday the manga was released and boy, that was... You think this episode was good? You think this episode was good? Oh boy, wait until you read the manga. I did a live reaction and a review for that chapter. It is in the link below and it may be in the card above depending on how things go. But the idea is that I think that Boruto has potential to be a really good series. As I said in my review of the chapter, we won't know until we're out of all the stuff that we know already. That is the movie, Naruto Gaiden, perhaps a Mitsuki backstory. I don't know if there's a Sarada backstory as well, some fillers. So when we get to the actual work of this mangaka is when we will know for sure if Boruto is worth it or not. But I ask you guys this. Were you this excited for Naruto 21 episodes in? Were you this excited for Naruto 30 chapters in? Be honest about it. I watched Naruto on Toonami, guys. On Cartoon Network, that's where I started watching Naruto. And then Shippuden was out and I was like, oh, right, anime. And that's when I started watching anime. So, I don't know if you guys hate on Boruto or not, but I'm enjoying it. I think you guys should too. Here's something funny that happened as well, and I have to speak about this. when Sasuke was fighting Shin and Naruto got stabbed and Naruto fell and knife was going straight through him, Shin was twisting that knife. Well, it wasn't a knife, it's a katana. Shin was twisting that katana with his visual prowess. Like, you could see him doing it. And Naruto fell to his knees. When he was rescued by Sakura, and Sakura came over, Sakura was like, what are you trying to do to my dear daughter and beloved husband? And Naruto in the end was like, I'm still here. And everyone just seemed fine because Sasuke protected Sarada with his own body. We got stabbed by some of those it's not black rods, but the blades are made from the same thing. They can be used to restrain someone's movement, even the tail beast. By the way, the tail beast part for this specific instance is pure speculation and not very important. Naruto just straight up got up and said, you know what? I'll be fine. And yanked it right out of his stomach. Nobody does that, guys. Nobody does that. And Sarada was like, what? Really? She was like, who are these people? And I'm like, that's right, son. The strongest in history. Thank you guys for watching my review. It's been Boruto episode 21. It's been Sasuke versus Shin. Loads of awesomeness. The dialogue in this episode was sublime. I loved it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.